Hey folks, what's flocking? I hope you're doing well. So, today I'm gonna talk about a new TikTok trend out there that's pretty much scummy as it is. Like, there are a lot of different kind of trends that people will flame you for if you decide to do it on the TikTok, like harassing people in public or dancing in a crowded space in public and doing wild crazy shit in public. Want to know an occurring theme about these kinds of clout chasing attempts? They're all in public. And the topic I'm going to talk about right here is no exception. So, what the hell is this new trend that I'm talking about? Well, it's about these girls that are pretty much TikTok influencers from the looks of it. Pretty generic that it had to be girls, honestly. They just sit there in front of the camera with who's ever recording in the background, their BFFs or boyfriend, I don't know, but they just have a full mental breakdown crying over the fact that there's an old guy sitting next to them or across from them, and the old guy is all alone, and it's too much for these girls. Oh my god, this is the exact reason why people are becoming more and more unpleasant to be around every single day, man. Honestly, though, I'll say this. It's pretty upsetting that an elderly guy is sitting by himself in a restaurant or in the park or somewheres in public. Those kinds of people could use a friend or maybe even a girlfriend. For all we know, their wife could have passed away and they were left as the widow, unfortunately. It's honestly sad to see an old person in that kind of situation. I would feel sad myself, but crying in front of a camera with a TikTok caption, like, what moral support is that going to do for these lonely old people? You know, you could be a decent human being and try talking to them about how they're feeling, if they're lonely or sad or anything. If you want to sit beside them to make them feel better, that you can do that. Then you could actually be doing that person a favor. But no, these people, they gotta go cry for the TikTok. They gotta bawl their eyes out in front of their BFFs or boyfriend that's recording them up front in the face. Yeah, make sure you get a close-up of my tears when they drop down from my face. I want to let these kids know that I'm really sad for these lonely people, even though I'm not going to do anything about it to make them feel better except cry my eyes out. Hashtag moral support. For real though, did any of these people actually walk up to the person that they were crying over? Because I don't think they did. Of course, they could have done it off camera, but I highly doubt it. Now that got me thinking, would these old people even want to sit beside these TikTok influencer girls if they found out that the camera on the phone was recording them the whole time? These old people that are by themselves would have this feeling in their heart going that, oh, these girls are making my day by not making me feel as lonely. What a kind heart and soul they have. And then all of a sudden they see the iPhone recording them and they're like, oh, why are you recording me? And then the girls would be like, oh, we're doing it for the TikTok. This isn't empathy, by the way. This is just for the clout. Clout-hungry girls that probably don't even want to interact with the old guys if they were approached by them, but they'll for sure whip out the camera and cry when they see the same old guy that's sitting by himself. I would honestly prefer if they did talk to the old lonely guys off screen than they did with the camera recording, because that would probably just make them look like the subject of those little TikTok shorts. Oh, look at this old lonely guy who's probably widowed. There's millions out there like him. Now, watch me record myself crying over him. Now, even if these influencer girls did have empathy towards these old lonely guys, it would still feed the ego of these same influencer girls. They want to get attention from whatever the hell they find or whatever the context is. Those same girls will approach it with the camera running. Ironically, they didn't even approach the lonely old guys. So these old lonely guys were just fillers for these attention-seeking TikTok influencer girls. I swear to God. This kind of feels relevant to this Jim Carrey quote that I remember from like a few years ago. He said, "Imagine struggling with being homeless and someone comes with a camera in your face to give you a meal and you have to take it. Imagine that feeling. Please stop doing that. If you go help someone, do it with kindness and not for your ego." So yeah, like I said, I would have preferred it if these influencer girls were off camera and just tried to talk to the lonely old guys or try to be friendly to them at the restaurant or the park or whatever the hell they're at. If you really wanted to do something good to help a situation like that, literally, without the camera recording, ask them how their day is going. Talk about a topic that they might be interested in. Try to make them feel not as lonely. Like, why are you acting so pressed over this when you're sitting there with your friends and not doing anything to help them but cry like a little kid? For real though, this is like a generation of selfish diva girls that only care about something when it's for their TikTok or Instagram career. And believe me, I come from Canada, and there's a lot of selfish diva girls that go around in the malls and events in my area and record shit for their TikTok or whatever. They have a right and freedom to do so, but if they're gonna upload attention-seeking shit like this, it's not gonna go well for them. Just saying. So all I can say is, if you feel bad about an old lonely guy or any lonely person in general, try to make them feel included or do whatever you can to make their day. And if you choose to don't record it for the TikTok, because that right there is narcissism with a capital N. Well, that's all I gotta say. Like and subscribe for more. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.